Greetings, seeker of acid, opium, and heroin. One who demands from his substance what my hero demands from potato vodka, moonshine, or moonlight, namely, the almighty Arctic liquors. If coincidence doesn't exist, stay till the end. Ahead of you lies a podcast from the Opotrix series, titled Arctic Liquors, Station Alcatraz, the Black Scenario of Operation. 3, 2, 1. We're launching. Snow, here at Station Alcatraz, fell like Nazi paratroopers over the Scottish Pass on a peace mission to sign the annexation of the Highlands and barrels of Scotch. Something smelled off, and the color of those flakes, so uncertain, too uncertain, disturbingly treacherous, like the face of Sabrina the fortune teller from Polsat, pulling 3 identical cards for a broke sex addict and asking whether, after washing the same condom 30 times, he'll knock someone up or not. I wasn't sure either, but whoever really is. Situations like to shift, just like the weather. Someone who enjoys tight, wet places cannot ignore the worst-case scenario, especially those involving rubber, fluids, and the tensile strength of a stiff overcoat. Every ass movement and humanity-saving stiff logic in such an atmosphere, across the terrain of Station Alcatraz, reeks of the rupture not only of conscience or silence, crumbling into a series of tongues licking like a dog at volumes of philosophical kielbasa theory, but of faith itself, clinging to the ceiling. Mice. God damn it. Mice. They're the ones to blame. Something's off, I thought. Then I stared at the clock for half an hour, going cross-eyed, trying to find a single thought in the morning-like silence of my empty head, but without the nightingale's choir, sadly, and in a terribly awkward situation. It wasn't easy because the thought seeking the thought was also slowly dying in the fog, grabbing my ass like the worst perv and screaming like bums at the Rzeszów station, "Spare some wine, 2 zlotys, you raspberry delight." Emptiness was the only thing within reach of the mental crane. Not the first time I was clogged up, literally like a train station toilet after someone exits the stall. Like the liquor store clerks back in '83, when I walked out with 3 bottles under my jacket, yelling that my pockets belong to the US government and only the FBI can arrest me. By the way, fuck. Even Lewinsky didn't make such a face while lying to Bill that she didn't know he had a wife. Pissed off, I went down to the basement. The mice weren't on the bunks or in the pedophile's paradise, the hole in the wall, so I launched a little search and invade mission. Under Jerry the Mouse's bed, I found something fishy, some kind of new decree or a weird nudie mag. Written right to left and bottom to top. How did I know? How did I figure it out? I know these ratty tricks. I was trained on Tom and Jerry cartoons. If I remember correctly, that script style comes from the Order of the Red Shield, used for centuries, already seen in the 16th century scrolls from Chewy Rum, and later in the enema pipe-written copy of the U.S. Declaration of Independence. Holy shit. Does this mean? No. Impossible. My mice. Working for the secret Semitic insertion unit, but what the actual fuck? Suspicious snow, secret files, and the Order of the Red Shield on my station? Does that mean my mice are Democrats in league with Republicans? Working for the US government? For Disney? And for less than a shoeshiner in Bangladesh? No way. I must act, or they'll end up, tragically, in dual penetration ideological missions on Epstein's Island, deluxe edition for VIPs from Congress. The worst prison for Friends of the USA on the entire Northern Hemisphere. Worse only, the Vatican, or Disneyland, where a sadistic Mickey Mouse rips out hemorrhoids with the veins from your ass. No, I can't. I'm retired. I don't do secret rescue missions anymore. No, fuck it. I can't. And that's perfect, because I wasn't going anywhere anyway. I was faking interest all along. I wouldn't go. Screw it. Whole house to myself. The mice won't come back. The booze is all mine. No one chewing holes in my socks or pillows anymore. Goddamn paradise. This is the big league. This is it. A scientist home alone. But after 24 hours, something started to go wrong. I got a little sad. Even cried, because the booze got warm. God damn it. On such a holiday. I broke. Pissed myself. But screw it. Happens. A man learns all his life. I drew conclusions. Decided to try again. But on the toilet. My personal patron of Antarctic metabolism. In Gauno Veritas. That's when I thought, I'll look into those traitorous files. See what my mice were really up to. And it hit me. How could I ever doubt their pure intentions? First page. We, the European Union, must launch Operation Black Nobel for the common good. Social violence, discrimination of both dark and light people, and direct exploitation of the citizen, who, after tax deductions, lands neatly in our bank account. We promise more betrayal. Betrayal for everyone, pro bono, or better yet, betrayal on a tax subscription model. Holy shit. I've never seen such noble people. Stars, angels, saviors, gods. True heroes of salvation propaganda. I love them. I want to be like them. I must glue myself to the asphalt from awe. I read on. We, the parliamentarians, must support the most needy regions. That is, our account balances and our families. Ave nepotism. Ave Machiavelli and Spinelli. Goddamn noble cause. I couldn't stay indifferent. Didn't even finish reading. I was already a volunteer. On a 4-person raft from Sudan to Israel. I was the helmsman, rower, cryptologist, and cartographer. The only white guy. Among 400 associate professors of law, philosophy, and PhDs in unlawfulness. Just to recap, this was a landmark year. Record Nobels in Africa. The EU announced, every person born there must receive a Nobel. I'm proud. Though the Nobel's not enough, they should also give out Polsat passports. Such great people. Beautiful. Been rowing for 360 hours now. In 212 more, I get a 5-minute break. The dignitaries on the raft promised, if I make it in 5 days, I'll get some fresh crickets and 2 glazed cockroaches. Unfortunately, I didn't make it, but that's fine. I still have 3 condensed ants, just in case. In case. There was no time. The dinghy was sinking, while the professors were holding a technical meeting. How to drown more effectively. 2 meters further from the oars and 4 meters closer to welfare in Dortmund, Germany. I didn't wait long. I took a few on tow. It was hard. With refined language, eloquence, and professorial precision, I got hit on the head about 20 times, lost consciousness twice. Maybe I didn't beat Desmond Doss, but I dragged 2 shirts, seemed like Armani, 1 pant leg, and 2 pairs of socks ashore. I call that a success. The professors couldn't handle it. They couldn't even manage to drown. Dick for dick, in atomic bonding, based on a resolution, they reached the shore more or less safely, but without a pulse or breath. Chief von der Leyen declared mourning, cried in front of the cameras like a queen, and ordered the tribute for the bodies to be doubled for the rebels. Eventually, with a hand up my ass, all covered in black mud, I ended up in a camp for migrants. Fuck, it was paradise. Civilization compared to which my Station Alcatraz was a mere 4-star hotel. I don't like splendor, luxury. I ran away. I couldn't stand those horrible costs for taxpayers. My heart was breaking, but I wasn't the only one in this sad situation. 30% of African professors swam back home, burned like a grilled sausage before Polish elections. 40% of habilitated doctors were ripping razors from each other's hands, doing professional tribal scarification on their veins. Brave guys. They were praying to Saint Anthony. May they be happy, now and forever. After all, this is Europe, the land of fulfilled dreams, a land of success, the cradle of African country extermination. How proudly that sounds. The white-red flag and a bald dome harmonized atmospherically in a dance with black brothers around the bloodied corpses, so dear to the establishment. They always did what they loved. God help them. I didn't want to delay my return, but unfortunately, some surely completely accidental barbed wire also happened to stab my foot and wrap around my thigh. I was hanging like a bat on a beautiful tin hedge. I only feared that it might not bloom because of my carelessness, and that the stars of David would never again adorn it with Jehovah's love. That fact kept me from sleeping for 3 days. They finally put me to sleep on the 4th day. I got a shot from a vet, the jungle guard, Wild Henry, from whom Chuck Norris took lessons in social benefit fraud tactics. Well, you have to learn from the best. I don't remember the rest. I just heard I'm a strong heroine, a strong hero. Yes, 300 professors were shouting, "Heroin, heroin, give me heroin, motherfucker." Ah, that famous African gratitude, that respect, that passion in their eyes. It will stay in my and their tears for a long time. When hunger squeezes tears from me, I'll inject gangrene into my vein with a syringe, an antidote from African Nobel laureates. They say it's good. Well, fuck, what a problem. I don't know. But I lost speech, then a hand and a kidney. The leg too. Surgical masses tried to save it, sawing it for 3 hours with white teeth, tirelessly. And when they finished, they put it in another ambulance, and I saw only a helicopter flying off before my eyes. I don't remember any more sins, and I truly regret them all. But Africa is not to blame. There, sin, God, conscience, law do not exist. What a role model for us. But even we, without them, are doing better and better. These intercontinental influences, exchanges, and other benefits are truly inclusive, one of a kind. I finished, as the doctors were cutting off my hand infected with gangrene using bare, white, devilish teeth, while 200 surgeons were waiting for their turn at a smooth, successful, just like mine, operation, every single day. I collapsed. That was the end, but not such an easy one. I still had to beat 100 Leo Messis in ping pong, on one leg, with only Tusk's dick in my team. That was a feat. We lasted 6 seconds before ping pong ate Tusk, and I started running away. Don't even know where. Beautiful experience. If not for my fucked up and sick mice, traitors, collaborators, and saboteurs, it wouldn't have happened. Thank you. As it was, in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be. Amen. Moments when vodka again kissed my throat and blushed remind me how much good is around and how many more black brothers wait for our support. I'm already preparing my machete to carve tunnels in the jungle. After all, monkeys are dangerous, and the banana alone won't be enough.